How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Susquehanna Fishing Tackle. We're gonna talk to you a little bit today about blade baits. It's blade bait season. It's cold. You know, water temperatures are prime for blade baits. In the 30s to the high 40s is where these baits really shine. They're also a year-round lure. Very few people fish them that way, but we're primarily talking about cold weather fishing with them. And there's been quite the evolution of blade baits lately, and we're very tied into that whole branding of the blade baits from all the higher end companies because we're blade bait people. You know, it all started with the Silver Buddy. That's as plain Jane as it gets. Stainless steel blank, lead weight, and a snap, and considered to be pretty much the best blade bait on the market by many. Yours truly included. Now, what's going on here is, you know, as we have companies like Blitz Blade coming in using a different body material, a zinc alloy, giving them a little bit of a bigger profile and a little bit of a different sound. And Blitz has been around for a long time. I mean, they're one of the first competitors to Silver Buddy. Kind of obscure. The zinc, that sound, I find it to be a very effective blade. Another regional bait that's super popular, especially in the Lake Erie, Great Lakes region, is the Vibey. And pretty much everywhere the Vibey is fished, the Vibey becomes a very popular bait. And it's a much larger profile. For example, that's a half-ounce Vibey. That's a half-ounce Blitz Blade. And that's a half-ounce Silver Buddy. So you got that to consider as well. Now, some newcomers and some technology. So one of the latest blades to hit the market is from Megabass, and it's the Dyna Response. Dressed up real nice. Ton of colors as opposed to, you know, silver and gold. And quality hooks, split rings already attached. So if you're a hardcore tournament angler fishing blades, you know, you might buy a Silver Buddy, change out the trebles, put split rings on, upgrade the snap. So when you're looking at the higher price tag of some of these upscale $9.99 price point blades, keep in mind, you know, you're going from $5.50. You're putting 2 gammies on there, 2 good split rings, so you're juicing that price up a little bit. And every blade has a little bit of a different characteristic to it. So before we jump into a few other blades here, let's talk a little bit about fishing the blade bait in cold water. And what I want to tell you, my opinion, the best way to fish it is on a spinning rod. I very seldom will go over 10-pound line. Very often I'm fishing it on 8 fluorocarbon. I'm a fluorocarbon guy. I like a 7-foot medium spinning rod. My biggest challenge with blade bait fishing is, you know, the blade bait hits the bottom and I don't rip it. I pick it up. I want to feel that blade, you know, engaging with the water. I don't want to rip it. And a lot of times you get your rod up out of position, you start dropping and you get bit. Or a lot of times you pick up on the rod trying to feel the blade and a fish has already eaten it. So the moral of my story is a lot of times you're out of position when there's a fish on the bait, and the spinning rod, I can kind of sweep and wind, and over the years going back and forth, I've had my own best success fishing it on a spinning rod. There are a few occasions where I'll fish it on a casting rod, and that's when I'm fishing a heavier line, like a 12-pound line. And a lot of times that's going to be in shallower water, and a lot of times that's going to be in environments like tidal water where we're fishing boat basins, marinas, wintering holes for largemouth, and there's a lot of debris involved. So that's kind of a little bit about fishing them, and what that kind of leads to is that feel. So the Silver Buddy, has that real, classic aggressive blade bait feel. The Blitz is a little slower, a little more wide. Some of these new baits, like I haven't fished the Dino Response yet, so I can't speak on it, but like the Molex Trego Vibe, this bait, what I noticed is a couple of things. First of all, I noticed it has a really fast fall for its size because it's a little more compact. I don't know that it's necessarily lead on there. I think it's some sort of an alloy that's denser, so it falls faster. So a 3/8 fishes like a half, so to speak. The other thing I noticed is it's a much more subdued wobble when I'm finessing it up. One thing I like about it, and you'll also notice this on the Jackal Keyburn, these baits are equipped with double hooks. Okay, so 2 points facing up. The reason for that is to reduce snags. So an old school blade bait trick that I'm going to share with you is when you get into a real rocky environment and you're hanging that blade bait up just to the point where it's killing your effectiveness, I will take my side cutters and I will cut my forward facing point off of my front treble. And if the snags continue, I will cut my forward facing point off my back treble, and I'm going to guarantee you will radically reduce your snags on a blade bait. And a blade bait has a bad rap for snags. First of all, like with anything, when you first realize that you're potentially snagged, don't sit there and bury that hook up. Get your boat over top of that bait, and because that weight is so compact, just kind of flick that rod back and forth, and a lot of times it'll knock itself out. Couple little tips and techniques there, and that's why these baits are coming with these double hooks. So again, a little bit of a higher price point, but they're already upscaled for you. For example, the Jackal Keyburn, very interesting, totally different feel, has a circuit board body. So you're changing the sound, the feel. There's actually metal grommets pressed into the body for the snap and the hooks. The snap is upscaled. It's a stronger, more confident snap that you're going to have on there. You're not going to need to upgrade. Of course, your color selection on the Dino Response, the Keyburn, and the Molex, we're talking next level. With the reputation of these companies, their finishes, their colors, your perches if you're fishing here in the Northeast, your reds for your spring, pre-spawn bite, gold, which can be absolutely phenomenal in a little bit of dingy water. One of the biggest bags I ever saw weighed in on a blade bait was weighed in a local Winter League tournament here by Mike Iaconelli on a gold blade bait in dirty water. I'm not talking dingy, I'm talking dirty. So don't think that they're not effective in anything but clear water, because I saw it. I saw it go down. So that's kind of a little bit of what we wanted to go over with you. It's blade bait season. As you can see here at SFT Tackle, sfttackle.com, we carry a huge assortment of blades. Every brand we carry in several weights, a ton of colors. We have all of the higher end snaps, split rings. If you're tricking them out, we're going to add to this video for your ease of operation. We're going to add in links for all these products to link you over to our website. And as usual, if you like our videos, please share them and like them. And you know, we're going to keep making them. We're going to keep making them. We're going to try to keep them, you know, in tune with what the bite is. Right now, it's blade bait season, and you know, if you have any blade bait questions, give us a holler here at the shop, or drop us an email, and we'll do our best to give you a good answer. Thanks for watching.